Hello, this is Ruben Lowing here in McAllen, Texas. There's a couple things I've been learning from different gurus on internet marketing, and so I'm going to share those with you. One is the slice and dice marketing strategy. So let's say you want to have 20 appointments this week. So you're going to look at where you're going to pick up those appointments from. So let's say 10 of them are from prospecting. Okay. Well, prospecting, they're going to be new, fresh blood. Okay. So if you did 4 a day, all right, or 3 a day for a week, all right, that's 21. Okay. So where are you going to get them? You're going to get those from your contacts. Now with COVID, and it's people are less people meeting new people. I just saw today the park that I live by, that was usually it's open until like 9:30 every morning. It was locked today, and so that, of course, that can limit contacts, right? But usually that place is, especially in the evenings, there's just kids and parents everywhere in the park playing softball and baseball and pee-wee football and soccer. It's usually happening. But because of COVID, it's shut down. So you may want to change up your numbers. But just hypothetically, let's say 10 from prospecting. I used to just try to get 3 or 4 contacts a day, anywhere from the cashier at the gas station or the grocery store or the wherever, right? But those aren't real good quality contacts, so they're but they're breathing and they got a pulse, right? And then you're doing, let's say, 5 of them from social media, okay? And then you're going to get another 3 from your old appointments that didn't happen, or contacts that that you couldn't follow up with, or for whatever reason, right? And then 1, and there's just that random number 1 that just falls in your lap. Okay. Haven't had one of those happen lately, but that's the numbers, right? But you can work those any way that you think is possible. So how do you work the social media? Well, let's go Facebook and LinkedIn. The new video, the new promotional video, when you do the 7-step, don't post the video, but write out the content in Word, the verbiage in it, uncertainty and times are changing, all this kind of stuff. And when you get up, like your first 2 hours in the morning, post those on your LinkedIn. Send those out in messages on LinkedIn and Facebook. All right, first thing in the morning, those 2 hours, do that, right? And there you go. Now the other thing is you got to kind of step back from the 1,000-foot view and realize that everybody if everybody wants to retire, and Social Security isn't going to do it for anybody. The average Social Security check is only $800 a month, and Social Security is about to become insolvent, any day now, right? They said by 2023, but I read an article that it could possibly be happening sooner than that. Okay, and so people need to get it together, and they all know they need to get it together. And they gotta have to do it with the products that we have, with the companies that we represent. Everybody does, and they can't if they're gonna retire. If they hope to ever retire or be financially independent, they need what we've got and the strategies that the companies we represent, and the strategies that we implement. Everybody needs it. Okay, and if they don't want to deal with it right now, you gotta get what you want to have happen is for somebody to take away something that you talk about. Either it's the rule of 72, or the law of compound interest, or how taxes affect your money. Okay, and it's gonna weigh in the back of their mind every time every April 15th they're gonna think of you. Every time they get their pay stub and they see the taxes that are getting taken out, they're gonna think of you, right? Every time they they get a pay stub, the bank statement, they see what their rate of return is, they're going to think of you, okay? And every time they hear financial news, they're going to think of you if you talk to them right, okay? And you can say things like, and what's really acute to me, you don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but is when people wait, they get anxious. And when they get anxious, they start then realizing that they're behind. They'll start taking undue risk, right? And they start looking at all kinds of stuff: cryptocurrency, venture capital, oil and gas, day trading, forex. There's all that stuff they start looking at, right? Because they need to catch up. But even if they do get a great rate of return, they got to pay the tax man with that money. And that we have the strategies with the IRS code 7702 alpha that can solve that problem for them. So yeah, let them go ahead and make money where they can make money, but put that money into work with them, not only to get the tax advantages, but the protection. That protection, the floor of the IUL is golden. It's incredible, because it's when you look at I got a graph that shows from 2000 to 2012 the difference in the Index Universal Life versus the Variable Universal Life with the 0% floor, and it's 114.43% go from 2000 to 2012 with the Index Universal Life, because of the floor, because of a 0% floor, and the Variable Universal Life is 0.43%, right? Because you got to take into account the down market, right? And when people see that, I've had a millionaire go, "Oh, if I'd have had that, if I'd have known about that, I'd have $4 million now instead of $2 million." Okay, I seem to be attracting a lot of millionaires, right? One of my associates is a millionaire, right? And it took him a little time to start understanding the what we have, right? I'm trying to get everybody to understand the value of the training and the plugging into the Zooms, because I can't reiterate everything that I learn on that as fast as I'm learning it, and I won't be able to unless everybody plugs in and starts paying attention to it. But back to the marketing, okay? That the verbiage on the promotional video, don't play the video, just put the verbiage in, all right, on LinkedIn and Facebook, okay, and see what kind of responses you get, right? I'm not talking about just posting it on your wall. You're sending those messages out to your database, right? Your contacts on LinkedIn and Facebook. Park is locked. It's all locked up. They're cracking down on this COVID. They're cracking down on us. All right. That's my leadership talk for today.